Hey, welcome back to the weekly safety mile with Jac and Kyle.
I'm Kyle.
I'm Jac. We got some special guests with us here this week. Miss Samantha and Danielle, our compliance ladies. They're going to go. We're going to have a little Q&A session with them, do some questions about kind of what they do in compliance, and go over some of that. So good information for you guys to have. Kyle, let's start off with the birthdays.
All right, guys. So happy birthday to all y'all out there. We've got Carl Plyler with a birthday, Athena McCarroll Palmer, James Davis Jr., Baxter Davis. All you guys are born on December 6th. So happy birthday, guys. Armando Cantu, James Browning, Michael Brown, Jonathan Klipus, Trey Barnes, Leland Stevenson, Kenrick Reynolds, Mary Pendley, Jamal Turner, and Robert Radford. Happy birthday, guys. Hope it's a great one for all y'all.
Happy birthday, guys. Awesome. All right, anniversaries. This week, 1 year anniversary, that's going to go to Jim Crop. He's our guy that won that fishing trip during Driver Appreciation.
Hey, crappie. Hope it gets to this point.
James Crop. Okay, 9 years, that's going to be William Robles. He's been here quite a while. I've talked to him quite a bit over the years. And then 11 years, that's going to be Kim Chung for 11 years. That is awesome,
really
guys.
good.
Thank you for your
Crazy.
dedication. Thank you so much. Okay, well, let's dive into it. Samantha, you basically handle a lot of the citations and stuff like that, and the tickets and different things you help the drivers with. And Danielle, you do a little more of the physical stuff as far as the DOT physical and the medical stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, what kind of stuff do you do, Samantha, with like dealing with the citations? I mean, how long does a guy have to get that stuff sent in to you, and kind of what's the process for that?
So when it comes to both citations and DOT inspections, we just really need those in office with compliance within 48 hours. That gives us a chance to take a look and see if there's any violations. That way we can get those signed and sent back to the state that they came from. If there are violations, we need those fixed within 48 hours too. When it comes to citations, depending on what the citation is, you may be required to fight it to avoid more points on you and the company both. So we really need to talk about those before they're paid for. If the company's not going to require for you to fight them, then we would discuss further payment, whether we pay it on our half and take it from your settlement for you, or you pay it and provide us with the receipt. I mean, it's pretty easy. You just got to communicate with us and get them sent to us. Picture form is fine. Just let us know and we'll talk about it.
Where would they send that exactly to? Like, what would be the best spot for us to immediately get on the ball?
So you could always call JCT and ask for compliance and talk directly to Danielle or I, and we can provide you with the phone number to send pictures to, or emails, either one, and we could always get that information over to you so you can send it to us.
You can transflow, but we do have to have the transflow number.
Yes.
We do not just know that it's there. You have to actually provide us with that trip number.
Right. So the best way would just be like to send it direct without the transflow. Okay.
It'd be faster and easier to deal with, yes.
Okay.
That's awesome.
And of course, we get it on your file from there, so you wouldn't have to transflow it after that. As long as we get it in some form or another, we'll have it on your file.
Right on.
Yep.
And Danielle, so you deal with a lot of like the expirations as well as like, the drug screen and everything that comes through. When it comes to that, what is the typical time frame that you're going to be reaching out to these drivers for expirations and that sort of thing?
So if you have a CDL coming up to expire or your physical is expiring, you will start getting Qualcomm messages 45 days in advance, and every 5 days after that letting you know that, hey, this is about to expire.
Right on.
On your physicals, we do require that you turn them in 7 business days before expiration. That gives us a chance to update it in our system as well as send it to the state for you. There's only 3 states we cannot send it to, and that is Missouri, Mississippi, and Tennessee.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You've actually, as a driver, you got to physically actually take it to their DMV
Yes.
on those 3
Yep.
states, and that's kind of difficult.
It's kind of annoying.
Missouri, you actually have to walk it in, but Mississippi and Tennessee, you can upload it yourself to the DMVs.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But they have to create an account. We cannot do it for them. So
Gotcha.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
So that's
Yeah.
awesome. So, like, if they've got to get it done on the road,
Mhm.
yeah, I know. I think you said we have an account with like Concentrix,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So, do you help them find one?
We
if
can.
need be?
If they can't find one, we can look one up for you in your area, or we can find one along your path to your load. And we can also just look up any other DOT offices along the way. It doesn't have to be a Concentra. That's just where we have an account set up. So if you're a company driver, that's how we would pay for your physicals if you go to a Concentra. If you're a lease driver, you have the option to go there and bill it, and we can take it out of your settlement. So
Oh, that's awesome.
we have options.
That was so helpful. Make
Yeah.
life a whole lot easier. Because sometimes
For
you're out there on the road, you know, you kind of get in spots where it's got to be done now, and it's difficult to find places to get that done.
Yeah, we do. We like to help them. We like to get it done and get it in and get them rolling.
Awesome.
We like to keep you guys legal and keep you on the road. We don't like to shut anybody down. It's more of a headache than it's worth. We just want to
Yes.
keep you on the road and keep going and stay
Right.
legal.
You guys give them enough time for sure to be able
Yes.
to take care of these things.
100%.
Absolutely.
That's
We also
perfect.
place phone
Nice.
calls a week to 2 weeks ahead.
Yeah.
Just give you an extra reminder to make sure it's fresh on your brain.
I speak from experience. Yes.
Yes, we stay on him too.
We've done this a lot of years.
Yes.
So one more thing, like drug screens.
Yes.
You mentioned a while ago.
Yeah.
I always tell the guys when they come on the yard to always stop by the compliance office and check in before you go to the restroom, because never fails, you'll get a phone call after you went to the restroom. So
Yes.
try and check in with compliance as soon as you get here, so they know they're here. Because I mean, we've got to keep up. We do it quarterly, right? So quarterly, we've got, you know, like all trucking companies and anybody in the transportation type industry, we've got a certain percentage of randoms we've got to hit, right, to stay compliant with FMCSA. So how's some of that process work when they hit the yard, or possibly maybe if you was to hit them out on the road, which sometimes we do?
Yes. So if you're on the yard, it's always easiest to check in with us, but we do check the on and offs. We're not always at our desk, so it's just when we get to it and we can. That's why it's always easier just to check in with us, because the first thing you usually do when you get here is use the restroom. So just check in with us. We do them. If we have to set them up on the road, we call you. We find a location that doesn't interrupt any service. We usually like to set them up, you know, an hour or so away from where you're at, just so that way it gives you time to get something to drink and drink on your way. We try to avoid that at all costs, but sometimes, you know, we have to do what we have to do. So we do have to random 50% of our fleet per year. So that's,
There's 50-50 chance that you're going to be on there.
Yeah.
We're not nitpicking anybody. It's just whether your name's on the list or not.
yeah. And that comes out every quarter. So
I've done it quite a bit.
yes, you
I
have.
think I've been on every quarter for
Yep.
a long time.
Yes.
But anyway, well, awesome. Well, guys, thank you for stopping in. Is there anything else you guys want to add that we
Yes.
didn't think of?
I'm just going to mention that if you need to update your address, please get with me and let's get you a new W-9 sent out before the end of the year. You can just call me and I can send it to you electronically. You can fill that out and I'll get you updated.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us, guys. Thank you, Samantha and Danielle, for stopping in and seeing us and going over, because that's some good information to have, because you get out there on the road, you kind of, those are things you don't think about,
Right.
and then when you think about it, sometimes it's too late. So I'm glad we got somebody watching that for us as drivers, because we can sure mess things up. So thanks again, guys. Have a safe and happy one out there. Kyle, anything you want to throw in?
Yeah, guys, just let us know what's up out there. Let us know if you got any questions about how you can turn things in. Of course, we'll reach out to you when it comes to expirations. Shout out to our new producer Adam for helping out,
Yes, Adam.
clicking buttons, making sure our little screens are looking great out here. Much appreciated. And yeah, guys, hope you're doing well out there. And we'll talk to you and see you soon. Thank you so much.
Take care.
Yeah.
Be safe.